and this is Introduction to IDEA, Data Analysis by Caseware. This is the 5th lesson in a series of 8 lessons on the Introduction to IDEA topic. In today's lesson, we'll be using just one file, the Customer Access Database. And the files, again, can be found on this Dropbox link, which I'll also include in the description below. So I'm just going to open up our project. So I've already created it, lesson 5. And I'm going to import the data very quickly. So we're going to go next. Going to pick the file. So pick customer database. We tell them to scan all the records, create it. Perfect. So now you see that we have customer files by credit limit, status, country, last name, first name, a customer number. And really we want to go to the analysis ribbon. And what we're going to be focusing is on this extract menus. So that includes direct extracts, top records, indexed, key values by selecting values in a key. So we're going to be focusing on the first 3 because I find those ones are most helpful. So what extraction does is basically takes data and creates a subset data. So for example, if you had payroll data and you want to figure out, and you had all the payroll data bi-weekly for every bi-week in the year, but you only want to look at the 3rd bi-week, then you would extract that data set and create into a new database. So we're going to do the first one, which is direct. It's very simple. Records to extract, we're going to include them all. There's no particular index, so we have index A files. Let's call this South African customers. So we're only interested in South African customers. So we're gonna open up this, and then we're gonna click on country, and then we're gonna make it equal to, and it is case sensitive, so you have to be a little careful. South Africa. We're going to click OK. We're going to include all the fields in our new database. And then you can also create multiple ones. So if you want to do Nigeria as well, or customers over a certain line, and you can also do multiple criteria, but we'll just leave it at that. Look at that. So then what you'll see is that there are 5 customers from South Africa. Perfect, with the varying credit limits. So we're going to go back to the main database. The next record we're going to do is top records. So perhaps we're interested in which customers have the highest credit limit. You can also do bottom records if you want as well. So we're going to go credit limit, and then we're going to select, no, we don't need this, so delete field. We're going to have no criteria. We're just going to be looking at the top credit, and I also want to see the top 10. And we're going to call this top records extraction. And then you'll see the top 10 there. So really useful analysis, really great way to identify who are your highest paid vendors, which employees are working most overtime costs, etc. So we go back to the database, and next we're going to go indexed. What index does is it's very similar to a database where it'll take advantage of indexed fields. So fields that have already been sorted. So you'll see that, for example, we already have credit limit indexed, and that's because of the top records. So what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly double click, and then you'll see create ascending and descending. And a quick way to know which one's ascending, which one's descending is think about when you're climbing a mountain. When you're ascending a mountain, you start at the bottom and then you work your way up. So that same concept there. It starts at the bottom, starts at the lowest number, and then gradually gets larger. And then descending the other way around as well. So we're just going to quickly create ascending and descending indexes for each of them, each of these fields. So for example, if you want to figure out what the first names were, in case you were calling them for a particular reason based off their last name. So we're going to go indexed, and we're going to pick let's say country, and we're going to go to equal to Denmark. And we're going to call this Denmark customers. So again, a very easy way to take advantage of the index customers. Perfect. So you can see all the customers that are in Denmark, from Denmark. We can take a look at key values. So existing key values, we're going to create one based off of customer number. So you'll see that the various key values are there. Actually, let's just go back. So the reason why the key values weren't showing up is because the indexes are created on this database, but I was on this table. So we're going to go here, we're going to key values, and we're going to go to credit limit, or let's say we go to status, and you can see you can apply some unique filters. So let's go status F, for example. Status F. If you only want to include certain fields, you could exclude them there, and then we're going to press OK. So again, a really easy way to extract data, put them into new databases so that you can use them for a particular purpose, analyze a more smaller database, figure out which ones are in scope, and only analyze that data in that manner. Because now when you run field statistics, for example, and then you can see the field statistics for customers that have a status of F. And you can do some analysis to see if it is different than customers that have a different status. So a really quick and easy way, a really important function in my opinion, is the extraction. So that's it for now. Look forward to seeing you on the next lesson. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below, or if you have any ideas, more than happy to hear them and incorporate them into future lessons. Thank you. Have a good day.